Hey witches, it's Willow Moonlight with another video. Today I wanted to do another tea talk with you to discuss some common grocery store herbs. The reason why I promote the use of grocery store herbs is that they are pretty accessible for most people, I would think, depending on where you live. But for anyone like myself living in the Maritimes, it can be a challenge to find some of the herbs that you will read in a spell book. And not every one of us wants to order, different herbs from around the world. It can be so expensive, and you really don't have to, have things imported to do magic. So I'm going to get started. Today I have some peppermint tea, which I will be discussing a little bit later. Still hot, obviously. So I'm just going to talk about the things that I just had in my kitchen, and I will start with, hold on. I got my table full of things over here. I will start with some star anise. This is what it looks like. You might be able to find this in your baking aisle. It smells wonderful. Kind of like a licorice type smell to it. Now, I actually got this at a bulk store because I didn't really need a whole lot. I was just using it over the holidays for some baking and some magic. It says that star anise can help release negative dreams, so you can put some under your pillow if you like, and that will help ward off any negative dreams. And also, I will show you another thing to ward off negative dreams is bay leaves. I have a bag right here. I use them mostly during the winter months when I cook soups and stews. It's just something that you put in and then you fish out after. But what you can do is maybe with the bigger leaf that's not all cracked like these ones are, you can write a wish on your bay leaf and then you can burn it. Now, burning something, I do want to add, if you were to write your wish down and then burn it, you're not destroying your dream or whatever. You are transforming it. Fire changes something. It's very active. It moves things forward. So again, it's to transform your idea, your wish, whatever your petition that is written on the leaf, and then it transforms as it burns. You can also put a bay leaf under your pillow to ward off negative dreams or nightmares, whatever. Bay leaves, again, are also for purification. I mostly use them for, good luck spells, and also just in regular cooking. The next thing I want to show you is chamomile. You can buy loose chamomile if you want to, or plants, but I just have the form of tea. You can make sleep potions. They can help you relax, bring peace to your life, and rest. I just don't recommend that you drink this if you're going to go to bed at night because you'll have to get up to pee. But yes, it's there. Something that I wrote down but I don't actually have at the moment is fennel seeds, and that is used for protection. And my next is garlic. Now, I do have an interesting story about a spell that I use with garlic. I'm probably not going to tell it here, but if you want to know the story with the magic spell that I use with garlic, let me know and I will totally tell you the story. But this is for strong protection. It really gets rid of anything negative in your life, specific negative things in your life. So definitely keep this on hand. It's attributed to Hecate, and if anyone knows me personally, which maybe one or two of you watching these videos do, Hecate is the goddess that I mainly work with. I'm continuing to build my relationship with her. It's a process. And yeah, so garlic. The next herb on my list is lavender. Now I do have some dried lavender buds, but they're in the cupboard, and I also did not buy them at the grocery store because my grocery store doesn't have dried lavender. The only thing I could find at the grocery store would be in tea form, and that was really just fairly recently, within the last like year and a half maybe. So yeah, if you need lavender, I would just, you know, grab a box of tea if you can. And that, again, it's also very similar to chamomile. It promotes sleep, relaxation, peace, and protection. The next on the list is mint, which I have right here. Mint is for power, it is for healing, and it is for strength. I like the smell of mint. I sometimes like to put it in an iced tea. You know, you can, it's hard to really cook with mint, but it goes really nicely with lamb. But mostly you'll see me drinking mint or, you know, peppermint over here, which I have in the form of tea. So there's a couple ideas there. Rosemary. Now, I don't have any fresh rosemary, but I do have a little bit of dried rosemary. It's more of a, I don't know, I'll use the dry stuff in the winter a lot for whatever I'm cooking. It's really nice on potatoes and also with lamb. I did have some fresh stuff recently, but I used it for a recipe. So anyways, rosemary. It's good for memory, and I think there might be some science on rosemary promoting memory, but this is not really a scientific video. This is meant to show you to educate you on the magical properties of these plants and herbs and spices that are also accessible. So for memory, it helps purify, preserving youth, and also protection. I do have some essential oil that I like to use a lot for cleansing my space. So yeah, rosemary, pretty easy to find. The next herb on the list is sage. Okay, well, I don't know where the spice went, but I do have a little plant here. This was some fresh sage that I had bought a while back, and I just propagated the herb and it started to grow roots, and I just planted it in this little tin here. It did have bigger leaves on it and more of them, but I had to use them for cooking. So anyways, this is sage, and of course we always use saging, like, you know, you'll get the sage bundles for cleansing. I don't burn sage in my apartment just because, I don't know, it was just never a common practice. I usually just use salt because I like to practice discreetly. I don't really like having a lot of scented things wafting in the hallway, even now that I have my own place, because people may get headaches or have allergies. And of course, if they're, knocking at your door or something to tell you to, cut out the incense, it can really interrupt your spiritual time and also, again, annoy your neighbors. So you can use sage bundles if you want, but I would use sage more for, a cooking spell if I wanted to, really cleanse myself spiritually. But also you can get the essential oil as well, and I would put that in a diffuser. The next is, if I can find it, cloves. Now you can get cloves and, oh, this is not cloves. It's black pepper. Oh, I must be out of cloves. Anyways, cloves, you can get it in a powdered form, or you can get it in its like dried form or whatever. And it is used for, where's my list here? To attract money and love. Now, clearly, I don't use cloves very often. I had a little tiny bag around Christmas time. I was doing some magic to manifest money. But yeah, cloves. Dandelions. Now, you can get dandelions pretty well outside. They grow like wildfire, and everyone tries to get rid of them. But I just get this in the form of tea, because I think it's probably safer to drink a dandelion root tea than it is to just go outside and pick dandelions from your yard. So yeah, dandelion root tea I have here. Yeah, you can, make a wish with the dandelion outside, but also you can do the same with the tea. And I like to think that you can manifest, you can mindfully drink your tea and, wish on that. And then you can, when you drink the tea, it's like it helps you become your wish in a way. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain. So next will be dill.